We're in a very good position, but very unfair to other parts of the world, like China as an example. I mean, we're doing this for the other parts of the world, including countries like China. They get a lot of their oil through the straits. So we're doing this. We have a very good relationship with President Xi in China. I'm going there in a short period of time, and we're protecting the world from what these lunatics are trying to do, and very successfully.
That's President Trump yesterday on China being impacted by the spike in global oil prices. Iran has reportedly sent about 12 million barrels of crude oil through the Strait of Hormuz since this conflict began, headed to China. The Wall Street Journal confirming what I've been reporting, that China has already stockpiled much oil. Writing this morning, China has accumulated massive oil stockpiles, likely totaling more than 1.2 billion barrels. That's enough to cover its imports for around 100 days. So you're really just talking about a couple of months. Customs data released Tuesday showed that China's crude imports rose nearly 16% in the first 2 months of 2026 compared with a year earlier. China receives a majority of its oil from Gulf countries through that Strait of Hormuz, including a 1.4 million barrels a day from Iran in 2025. Joining me now is Gatestone Institute Senior Fellow Gordon Chang. Gordon, good to see you. Thank you for weighing in. And I think we should underline the fact that China has received all that oil specifically from Iran last year, because it shows you that China has supported Iran in all of this. Buying its oil is one way. Your thoughts?
China has supported Iran across the board, just with the exception of combat troops. But with that exception, this has been all in support. And Iran has only let ships going to China through the strait. And I think the U.S. Navy should actually seize those ships, because if Iran won't let our ships through, then why should we let China's ships through? If we let China through, it has no incentive to put pressure on Iran to stop the war. So there's got to be some fairness here. Yeah,
I mean, it's a debacle that we face with the Iranians bullying traffic in the Strait, except for oil that they want sent to who they want it sent. We've got a new U.S. Navy aircraft entering the Taiwan Strait now, transiting the waterway weeks before President Trump meets with Xi Jinping in Beijing. The U.S. 7th Fleet says the move, quote, demonstrates the United States' commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific, a new bill introduced in the House to bolster Taiwan's energy supply, boosting natural gas exports and ensuring maritime shipments while safeguarding the island against China's aggression. Gordon, what is your take on this going into this meeting that the president is gearing up for on March 31st?
Yeah. President Trump sent a number of signals with that flight yesterday through the Taiwan Strait. This is a P-8, a U.S. Navy surveillance plane. It first of all told China that we're not afraid of angering them in the run-up to the meeting between President Trump and Xi Jinping. It also said to the people of Taiwan that we've got your back. And third signal is to people in the region, our friends and allies, that the United States is ready to defend them. A lot of people are saying, oh, the United States has run down its stocks of munitions. We're bogged down in the Middle East. I think all of those criticisms are overdone. What President Trump is saying is, no, the United States stands ready. And this is a really important thing for the president to have done. Bravo to him.
Well, I mean, look, we are zeroing in on national security every day. And today, we're not just looking at national security on the ground, but national security in space, because this space race versus China is also quite important. Last year, China executed more than 90 orbital launches, part of the effort to get to the moon by 2028. The Commercial Space Federation reporting an estimated $92 billion was spent on Beijing's government space program. Coming up in the program, I'm going to be speaking with NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. He will join me this morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. But, Gordon, I want to get your take on the space component of this war in Iran. The satellites that we rely on so much are in space. Is there any evidence that any of our adversaries are messing with those satellites?
The Chinese have been practicing dogfighting in low Earth orbit. We know that they have satellites and capabilities that can take down ours. And we have been very slow in defending our assets in space. Our military is really dependent on those low Earth orbits. And right now, the Chinese and the Russians working together are actually threatening them. The thing about the moon is if you can control the moon, you can control cislunar space, which is the area between the moon and the Earth. If you control cislunar space, you control low Earth orbit. And that really means this is one integrated system. Now, NASA has delayed plans to go to the moon. It's no longer going to be the Artemis 3 mission. It'll be the Artemis 4 mission, which is scheduled for 2028. We're still ahead of China. But it's not just a question of getting to the moon first. It's a question of being able to colonize the moon. So it's a race for the moon, not a race to the moon. And we need to win both of those.
So how does this area, the region, the work in space relate to the current conflict in Iran? I mean, you know, do you expect that this could also enter the fray in any way in terms of national security that we are worried about?
We could lose our satellites in space because China can take down some of them, and we do not have adequate defenses. If China does that now, then our military is blinded. All of those images that the Pentagon releases of ships and trucks and missile deployments being hit, well, they depend on space assets. So this is going to be critical for the United States. And we just assume that China will leave our satellites in place. That's not much of a defense.
All right. We will watch that. Gordon, thanks very much. Good to see you as always. We appreciate your time. Gordon Chang, stay with us. We'll be right back.